American Intellectual History. That's the name of this course, Humanities 2108, one of several Paths to the Present courses that you can take to complete the second-year liberal arts core that began with Self, Society, Cosmos. I'm Mike Wakeford, and if you take this course, I'll be your instructor. This course, American Intellectual History, is on a continuum with the work that you've already done in Self, Society, Cosmos. This course continues the trajectory of exploration while narrowing the focus to the evolution of thought in a specifically American and modern context. The phrase intellectual history strikes some as pretentious and intimidating, but it needn't be so. It rests on the basic assumption that ideas and patterns of thought have a history of their own, that they are both shaped by and shapers of cultural, social, and political change. From the beginnings of Anglo-European settlement of the would-be United States right through today, American intellectuals have participated in an ongoing appraisal of the American experiment and confronted the great moral, social, and political problems of modernity. Here's a preview of some of the things we'll read and reflect upon in American intellectual history. The contested meanings of American keywords such as freedom, democracy, equality, progress, Christian thought and its interface with politics, social thought, and science, the origins of gender and racial ideology, the use of both as instruments of power and inequality, and the various ways that racial and gender-specific justifications for inequality have come under challenge. We'll study how, why, and with what effects American culture in the 19th century became organized around the now familiar distinctions between high and low, between the elevated status of fine art and the rough-and-tumble world of commercial culture. The anti-slavery debates, discussions that accelerated in the mid-19th century as the preservation of the American experiment hung in the balance. The arrival of Darwinian science to America and the transformative effect it had across a wide range of moral, economic, and political debates. We'll look at the moral concerns raised by the growth of wage labor during the Industrial Revolution and later debates about the virtues and vices of corporate capitalism and the so-called culture of consumption. We'll consider how the role of the nation-state has changed and the radical alteration of what we call the liberal tradition. The influence of anti-colonial thought on American social criticism and the social justice movements of the 1960s, American attitudes regarding the natural world and the human responsibility toward it, and Americans' vibrant, frustrating, and unending encounter with the often competing ideals of social unity on the one hand and pluralistic, multicultural diversity on the other. In short, this course builds on the assumption that ideas matter.